Hi, this is Jonathan Gorman from iCreative. To make sure that you have an incredibly smooth and satisfying experience with your repair, I wanted to take a moment to create a short video that outlines everything you'll need to know prior to coming in for your appointment. We always want to make sure that we properly prepare you for your repair so that we can save time before you arrive, and sometimes we can even save you a trip. We know how busy you are and want our service to be as easy and streamlined as possible. If you're bringing in your iPhone for repair, we understand that it's like losing your right hand or leaving your firstborn child with us. We use these devices for our personal lives, for work, and for many different things, and they have become an indispensable tool for everything we do. So we don't want you to be without it for any longer than is absolutely necessary. Completing all of these steps will allow us to get you back up and running as we deliver the world-class service experience that we're known for. It's our goal to make your visit very quick and very easy, and there are a number of things that we need to make you aware of that you may not have known up until now. This video is broken into separate sections so that you can find where specific subjects are discussed, but we would like you to watch it in its entirety at least once before coming in for your repair. Our goal is to answer many of the common questions you might have, and we may even be able to save you a trip down to see us if you're not quite ready. So let's get started. We want to shed some light on a few things so that we can properly manage your expectations. Most of the things featured in this video are about iPhone repairs because they have a much more specific process than other Apple devices. However, for all of the devices that you may bring in, there are a few things that we will need to let you know. For all repairs, we will need to know the following things before we can begin the process of making your device like new. We will need to make sure that you know your current Apple ID username and password. We will need the serial number of your device. We will need to disable Find My iPhone services on your iPhone, iPad, or Mac. And we will need the best contact info to reach you during every step of your repair. We will need your Apple ID username and password in order to begin the process of your repair. Some of you might be wondering, what exactly is an Apple ID? An Apple ID is a term that we use to describe the username and password combination that you use to set up your Apple email address, your iCloud services, or to purchase anything from the iTunes Store. Purchases might include movies, TV shows, music, books, or apps. You might think of it simply as your Apple account. On an iPhone or iPad, you can navigate to Settings, and at the very top, tap on your name, and that will reveal the email address that is what you're using for your Apple ID. It's very important that you understand this screen and all of the things that are inside of it. This is where you can manage your personal information, find your iTunes account settings, disable Find My iPhone, and also access your iCloud settings. But what happens if you can't remember your Apple ID username and password? On an iPhone, you can navigate to Settings, tap on your name, and then you can select Password and Security. In this screen, you can actually reset it if you know the passcode for your iPhone. You can also navigate on any computer or device to iforgot.apple.com and reset your password that way. You can always test whether that username and password is working, or the one that you have in your notes, by going to appleid.apple.com and entering it there. These are really important websites for you to know when it comes to managing your Apple ID. Understanding how your iPhone, iPad, or Mac backs up is crucial to managing your personal data. iPhone and iPad devices back up very easily to your iCloud account, so this is one very important reason to make sure that you always have enough storage in your iCloud account. Mac computers back up to external drives using Time Machine. Your iCloud account is able to back up your photos, contacts, calendars, and more, so let's take a moment to make sure we know where these settings are for future use. On your iPhone or iPad, navigate to Settings, then tap on your name at the top of the list, select iCloud, and then iCloud Backup from the list of services. Here you can make sure that iCloud Backup is on, you can see when the latest backup completed, and you can even back up your device right this second if you're connected to Wi-Fi. On a Mac computer, you will select the black Apple menu at the top left of the screen, then System Preferences, and then Time Machine. On this screen, you can see when the latest backup completed and the name of the backup drive that's currently responsible for backing up your Mac. If you haven't set it up yet, simply plug in your backup drive and choose Select Backup Disk to get started. Select the external drive that you have plugged in, and away you go. That's all there is to it. One situation that we run into is when people have not enabled these backup services prior to their device being damaged. During the process of disabling Find My iPhone, sometimes we must erase the device, and if your iCloud or Time Machine backup services were not backing up your device, there's a chance that you will lose data. The good news is that you can always log in to iCloud.com in advance to see if all of your photos, contacts, calendars, and iCloud Drive files are there. There is also a wonderful new service called Messages in iCloud that will ensure that all of your text messages will sync from one device to another, to prevent any loss of text messages in the future. Please visit this support article to learn more about this amazing new feature. To be clear, if you are bringing in your iPhone and you are not sure if it has been backed up, please visit iCloud.com to verify that your photos and other important data are there. If you have another backup iPhone device handy, you can reset that device and try restoring your non-operational device to that one from a backup to determine if your damaged device has recently performed a backup. Please visit this support article to learn more about restoring your iPhone before bringing in your device. Once you have completed these steps and it's safe for us to erase your device if we need to along the way, we will be able to quickly process your device for repair and get you back up to 100%. Getting the serial number of your Apple product is very important so that we can process your repair. If the device is working properly, you can simply go on an iPhone or an iPad to the Settings app, select General, then select About. This is an easy and very fast way to get your serial number on an iOS device. On a Mac, you'll go to the black apple at the top left of the screen, press About this Mac, and then you'll notice that the serial number is listed right there. Also, on an iMac, if you lay it on its back, on the bottom you can get the serial number, and on laptops you can also flip it over, and on the bottom, with the help of your magnifying glass, you'll be able to see the serial number. It's a little bit trickier on an iPhone because Apple no longer puts the serial number on the back of the devices. We do have a great trick to share. If you pop out the SIM tray from your phone, you'll notice that there's a very, very small number imprinted there that's called the IMEI number. A great trick is to use the iPhone's camera. If you've got one, zoom in and take a picture, and then you can get a better look at it. If you send us the IMEI number, that's just as good as sending us the serial number. The other way you can do it is to go to appleid.apple.com and log in there with your Apple ID username and password. At that place, you can also see all of the devices that you have, and when you click on them, reveal their respective serial numbers. I hope this helps, as this is a really important step to getting your repair going. One of the really incredible services that runs in the background and is a part of your iCloud account is something called Find My iPhone. This enables you to quickly locate your devices if you misplace them, either under a couch cushion or perhaps at the restaurant that you just visited. From the Find My app on any iOS device, you can sign in with your Apple ID username and password and see the status of your location in real time, provided that it's powered on and broadcasting its location. You can instruct the device to play a repeated sound so that you can find it under the couch cushion. You can change its status to lost mode, and you can even erase the device remotely to protect your data. Sometimes the only way for us to disable this feature is to erase your device. So please make sure that your device is backing up to iCloud by navigating to Settings, tap on your name, select iCloud, and then choose iCloud Backup. Make sure that the service is turned on and that it has completed a backup recently. That way, if ever your iPhone is lost or damaged, you can rest easy knowing that recovering your data is just a few clicks away. Up next, we will discuss some of the challenges that people commonly face when trying to disable this feature prior to bringing their device in for repair. The next section of this video is slightly more technical. There are 3 options available to you for disabling the Find My service on your device prior to your appointment. First, you can call Apple directly at 800-275-2273 for technical support. Second, you can follow the directions in the next section of this video. Or lastly, if you find the following to be challenging, our technicians would be happy to sit with you for a 15-minute consultation prior to your appointment time. During this consultation, we can reset any necessary passwords, resolve any other problems, as well as making sure that the Find My service has been properly disabled. Please schedule this pre-appointment consultation by giving us a call at 877-392-8200. We offer 15, 30-minute, and 1-hour consultations with our certified Apple consultants to resolve any glitches that you might experience. We love helping our clients with our world-renowned white glove treatment. Apple takes the security of your account extremely seriously and as a result utilizes two-factor authentication as a means of verifying security information with your iCloud account. Instead of only requiring a password to access your account, a temporary code will be sent to a second device already associated with your Apple ID as a means of adding an additional layer of security. We call this two-factor authentication. But what if you don't have a second Apple device to use for this purpose, and your only device is an iPhone, and your iPhone happens to be currently damaged so that you cannot disable Find My iPhone? The answer to this common problem is a two-step process, and this is another great tip we would like to share with you today. The 2 steps include inserting the damaged iPhone SIM card into a friend's working phone, and then using the Find My app on their device to access and disable Find My iPhone. It sounds tough, but it's really quite simple. Let's make an example where Matthew has a device that cannot be logged into because it's damaged beyond repair. The first step is taking the SIM card out of that device and putting it into Jonathan's phone, which we're looking at now. After the SIM card has been put into Jonathan's phone, we can then proceed to the second step and open the Find My app and navigate to the bottom right under the section that says Me. Scroll to the bottom of that section and tap on Help a Friend. We don't want to use Jonathan's credentials to sign in because we're trying to use Matthew's info to disable Find My iPhone for his device. So at the bottom, we're going to select Use a different Apple ID on the screen. We don't have a second device to use for verification purposes, so we're going to click Didn't get a verification code, and then we're going to select Text Me. This is going to send a text message which we can now see is 560466. You might even notice that Apple makes it easy for us to enter that number by inserting it into the autocorrect field. On the next screen, we will get a chance to look at all of the devices associated with this account, and in this case what we want to do is disable and erase iCreative's iPhone 7 Plus. We're going to select Erase iPhone, and then Continue. After we've signed in, it's going to send us a second code to erase. Again, we can use the autofill feature, which will enter the 075534 code for us. It's going to give us an opportunity to put in another number where we can be reached, and then we select the Done button. At this point, we just sent an erase command to that device, and once that's complete, we will then be able to select the option to Remove from Account. At the bottom, we have finally reached the point where we can remove Find My iPhone from this device, and that's all there is to it. What we have learned is that it is important to always have your iCloud backups turned on, because sometimes when disaster strikes, we will be grateful that our iCloud account has been preparing us for this very possibility. Many of you may be bringing in an iPhone that does not work at all. So how are we going to reach you? This is a very common problem that we face. We have found that having another number to send you text messages, perhaps your work phone or a loved one's phone, can be great for this purpose. Your email address is another method that we will use to reach you. We can send you estimates, photos, and descriptions of issues that might be really helpful along the way. So please watch out for any notifications from us so that we can keep you 100% up to date. We wanted to take a moment to address a few common challenges that our clients face and provide some tips, tricks, and information so that you can navigate the repair process more easily. From Apple Care concepts to non-Apple warranty questions to how long will my repair take, we hope that you will find this last portion of our video both informative and helpful. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this final section. Please feel free to email us anytime if there is ever anything we can do to improve our services. Your feedback is what allows us to constantly evolve. Thanks again for taking the time to join us today.